1. How fixed of belief affect people way of living. 2. Why do we accept huge levels of inequality and social injustice?
Fixation of belief affect people way of living. The authoritative method represents a shift from a focus on individuals to a focus on specific communities. However, institutions cannot regulate opinions on all subjects. Furthermore, as a subject becomes to recognize that other members of society hold different beliefs, they often begin to question their own belief. Authoritative methods are ineffective as a general means of fixing beliefs. Why do we accept huge level of inequality and social injustice? Inequality has a negative impact on society by weakening social bonds between people and making them more prone to health and social problems. People are concerned with inequalities of both outcome and opportunity. We do not intend to accept this, but since there are people who benefit from this, it continues to grow and accepted by the society.
3. How scientific psychology sees the world of fairness. 4. What is the relationship of psychology as science on the development of procedural and instrumental aids that gradually eliminate or correct for biases and distortion in making observation?
3. How nature versus nurture affect human development. Nature looks at the impact of such physical approaches as neurotransmitters and genomic sequencing on child development, while nurture focuses on aspects such as peer pressure and social influence. Number 4, how scientific psychology sees the world of fairness. Psychological fairness is the equitable treatment of test takers in order to eliminate systematic variance in outcome scores among people with different racial or cultural experience and other background influences. For example, when a decision is made and people get the outcome they want, they often tend to see the outcome as fair. For example, when people apply for a promotion and get it, they are more than likely to believe they deserve it. But if they didn't get the promotion, it is likely to drive a different reaction.
5. How your environment and beliefs affect your reality. 6. How do ethologists make more systematic in observation?
How do ethologists more systematic in observation? Systematic observation is an objective, well-ordered method for a close examination of some phenomenon or aspect of behavior so as to obtain reliable data unbiased by observer interpretation. It typically involves a specification of the exact actions, attributes, or other variables that are to be recorded and precisely how they are to be recorded. Ethologists do more systematic observation by identifying different categories of experience for organisms under study and then recording the number of times the organism engages in each other behavior. And these behaviors can be divided into large units such as mating, grooming, sleeping, fighting, eating, and so on. How does environment and beliefs affect your reality? A lot of people in their 20s look at others and say they got their success because they were made that way or that some are just simply born with it. Indeed, we may understand the importance of the environment in our daily lives, but we truly underestimate the influence of environment over our opinions. It's important for our well-being to find for ourselves where we are as individuals, why we find ourselves, and most importantly, how we can find ourselves when our environment threatens to overwhelm us and our beliefs act like the filters through which we view life. They energetically draw into our life situations and people that confirm the beliefs we hold about ourselves and others. Environment and beliefs affect our reality through our behaviors and also other people's behavior. For example, If you believe that you're capable, competent, and deserving for your dream job, you probably seek out opportunities that could help you get there. And when you believe only in negative things, they affect your self-esteem, your choices, your happiness, and your general outlook in life, which people around you can feel, and without knowing it, they start treating you as such. This is because you are what you think. The jury states that with a subconscious set of mental filters form their beliefs and experience. Every individual interprets the same world differently. Hence, the truth is in the eye of the beholder.
7. What are the advantages and disadvantages of naturalistic observation? 8. How do behavioral scientists use naturalistic observation to study human and animal behavior?
What is the advantage and disadvantages of naturalistic observation? An advantage of naturalistic observation, it allows the investigators to directly observe the subject in a natural way. It is way more realistic because the method gives the first hard look at social behavior through observation in actual settings. It allows researchers to study behavior or situations that cannot be manipulated in lab due to ethical reasons. Lastly, it can support the external validity of research. Disadvantage: naturalistic observation can be useful in many cases, but the method also has some negativity. One of these are inability to draw cause and effect conclusion. The huge disadvantage of it is the difficulty in determining the main cause of a subject behavior, and for some reason, researchers cannot define the problem because some people may alter behaviors simply because they are being observed. How do behavioral scientists uses naturalistic observation to study human behavior? Human behavior is one of the most difficult subjects to study as it has a lot of factors affecting it. In order to conduct an effective research regarding this matter, behavioral scientists use a naturalistic observation wherein they determining the human behaviors in an actual setting. As humans plays different role in the society, they observe them with purpose. It allows them to make a conclusion as one's behavior according to its environment. A realistic type of approach that is reliable and effective to every researcher.
9. How did they perform the experiment to test the sense of fairness among children, and how does this affected their behavior? 10. In what way does natural observation related to the social experiment?
How did they perform the experiment to test the sense of fairness among children and how does this affected their behavior? The experiment examined infants' expectation about how experimenters should distribute resources and rewards to others. Together, these results provide converging evidence that infants in the second year of life already possess context-sensitive expectation relevant to fairness. How does naturalistic behavior observation related the experiment? Naturalistic observation is a method that involves observing subjects in the natural environment. The goal is to look at behavior in a natural setting without intervention. Example, range from watching an animal eating pattern in the forest to observing the behavior of students in a school setting. During naturalistic observation, researchers take great care using an obtrusive method to avoid interfering with the behavior they are observing.